Hey y'all, how you doing? How your mama and them doing? How your mama and them doing? How your daddy and them doing? How you doing? Is you good? You had your water today? Okay, cool. You come up here and talk my shit. And give me 1 second. I'm gonna talk my shit. Talk my shit while I eat my Harold's chicken that I haven't had in a long time. Baby, when I tell you I ain't had no Harold's in a long time, and it's still hitting. It's still hitting. Now see, if you're not from Chicago, and when you come to Chicago, if you ever do, and you get some Harold's chicken, do not get no lemon pepper on it. I ain't heard nobody say this. And yes, it's a generational thing. Okay? Because us millennials, later millennials, later millennials, Gen Xers, I don't think that many of us is getting no fucking lemon pepper on no fucking Harold's. You need salt and pepper. Just trust me on this. Just trust me on this. Salt and pepper. Don't even get it drenched in mild sauce. Get the mild sauce on the side. This is for you newbies. You want to get the full experience. You want to taste the chicken first. Baby, when I tell you the chicken be so seasoned, you don't even really got to use the mild sauce. The mild sauce is extra. Okay? It's extra. It's a bonus. I can eat this shit without mild sauce. The mild sauce really be for the fries most of the time, because they fries is still the same, crinkly, lackluster. The fries ain't shit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They not nasty. They just ain't shit. There's some regular crinkly fries with no motherfucking taste. It got taste, but you need the mild sauce for the fries. Then you want to dip it. You want to dip it, okay? You want to do that. But anyways, and all the Harold's are not the same. If you come on the south side, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. Don't be listening to the shit on the news. Nobody's gonna fuck with you. They be lying. They be over-exaggerating what shit really be going on. Chicago, we got a problem with each other in our neighborhoods. You an outsider. You coming to get some food. Ain't nobody fucking with you. Ain't nobody fucking with you coming to get some Harold's chicken. Matter of fact, I went to the Harold's across Houston, right off, I think, Saginaw. I ain't been to that one in years. That one hitting. Because there's one right off the E-way, but they moved it across the street in the strip mall. They putting all these new chicken spots and fish spots and Alibaba spots. I ain't been this way in a minute, so I'm riding up here like, damn, where the hell was that? And it's across the street, but they closed early. The one that I went to across Halsted closed at like 3 in the morning, and it's hitting. It's still hitting like back in the day. Then I'm gonna take my ass on the west side. Because for you people that's not from Chicago, Chicago is segregated. Yes, we are. We segregated. And they have a chicken spot that's like a Harold's called Uncle Ramus or Uncle Remus. And I'm not a west sider. I'm from the east side. From over east, as they say. I'm from the east side. I ain't never had no motherfucking Uncle Raymond's. I ain't grew up off no Uncle Raymond's. All I know is Harold's, JJ's Fish, and JJ's ain't hitting like it used to. But I'll still check them out because it's been a minute. And Sharks. Now, if you come to Chicago and you can't get to no Harold's and you see a Sharks, that's when you get the lemon pepper and the mounds. The lemon pepper and the mound sauce on your chicken. If you like lemon pepper. Don't get no lemon pepper on Harold's chicken. Harold's chicken is not like JJ's. Harold's chicken is not like motherfucking Sharks. It is special. Okay? It is top tier in the hood. Okay? It's top fucking tier. Okay? So, remember that if you come to Chicago, you come to the urban community, better known as the hood. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna bother you. You coming to get some chicken. Okay? So I was thinking, right? Excuse me, y'all. You know the chicken cooked right and it's fried right when you can put the whole piece in your mouth and slide the bone out like this. But you cannot do that. If you cannot do that, the chicken ain't no good. It ain't no good. I don't eat the bristle. I don't do that. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. So I was thinking, right? I seen this dude. I can't think of his name. He one of those food reviewers. He not a Keith Lee. I stopped looking at Keith Lee, and I might say why in a minute. Keith Lee done got a little too commercial for me, if you know what I mean. It's this other guy. I might post one of his shits because he actually came. I don't know if he's still here in Chicago, because you know, content creators, when they do few reviews, they may do it, you know, a week, and then they edit everything, and then it might take another week to upload each video. But he came here as it is, cold as fuck, trying all the spots everybody told him to go to that's from Chicago. Of course, they told him to go to Harold's. His ass outside. It's fucking 3 degrees. He outside in the back of his motherfucking car eating the fucking Harold's outside. But that's how his content is. If he can't dine in and film content, because you know, guidelines and stuff like that, privacy, he'll take the food to go and he'll eat it outside to try it, and you know, let his viewers know how the food tastes or whatever. Now it's cold as fuck out here. Now he came last week. I want to say, yeah, he came last week, because last week was colder than today. You know what I'm saying? My dashboard is saying like 17. He came when it was like fucking 3-5 degrees outside. He outside. You can see the air coming out of his mouth while he eating the chicken. Excuse me. And somebody said, and it's crazy because he went to the Harold's right around the corner from my crib. I know y'all like, why you ain't go to that one? Cause I ain't want to. But anyways, he went to Orlando Brown's chicken spot out in California, because he's from California. And I was watching the video on that. Instead of him going in there, he said, I'm not gonna go in there and order the chicken because I ain't trying to get no special treatment. Which I was like, why you even thinking like that? If he give it to you on the house, take that shit. You a content creator. You bringing, you know what I'm saying, people to his shit. If you own a business, if I own a business, I want all the content creators to come. I don't give a fuck how critical you is. That brings more business, negative or positive. It brings more business. People still get curious and still want to try your food. So he paid a guy to go in there. He paid a guy to go in there and get some of his chicken. And he come out with the chicken. Him and his cousin, because sometimes his cousin be with him because his cousin is a chef. while he go do these food reviews. And they trying the chicken. They can't even pull the damn chicken apart. So I'm like, I'm already looking at the fried chicken. I'm like, that shit GMO. And I fucks with Orlando Brown, but this ain't no shade, man. When it come to our people, I feel like I'm not saying other cultures and races of people don't cut corners, but I feel like a lot of times we be cutting corners. Because I know about that GMO chicken. That shit been around since I was a shorty. I had big chicken like that in the hood, going to the barbecue spot that used to be in my hood, in my neighborhood where I grew up on the east side, across the street from the motherfucking Regal. It used to be this famous barbecue joint. I think it was called Limbs or some shit, and they used to sell these big ass wings and drench your shit with the barbecue sauce. They was big as hell. Them GMO wings, when you try to pull them apart, like this, it wasn't ripping. And I was like, cause it's a GMO wing. His cousin say when that happens, that means it wasn't sitting in the grease long enough. The flour not sticking to the skin or whatever of the chicken. And I'm like, okay, that could be right, but I really think from experience it's because it's them GMO wings. They big as hell. You see this wing? This how big it's supposed to be. That motherfucker was like this big. Orlando Brown, what the fuck you doing over there? I'd have to get something else. As soon as I would look through the window and see how big them wings were, I'd be like, y'all got some fish? No tilapia. Then stop eating that shit. But yeah, so he tasted chicken. His cousin tasted chicken. They said the chicken seasoning tastes good, but the chicken itself didn't taste good. And then his cousin said it tastes like they've been using the same grease with the fish and the chicken. And I said, oh shit, Orlando Brown, you fucking up. You fucking up. That's cross-contamination. You ain't supposed to do that. Allegedly. You're not supposed to do that. Allegedly. People could get sick like that. Allegedly. Okay? Allegedly. I was thinking like, damn. If I was out in Cali and I wanted to try his food, I get some chicken for my son. Next thing you know, my son's in the fucking parking lot throwing up, gasping for air. Now I gotta stick the fucking EpiPen in his fucking thigh. Orlando Brown, is you cool? Allegedly. So Orlando Brown tried to hit him where he did another upload video talking about how Orlando Brown, he sent screenshots of messages that he sent him saying he gonna sue him for defamation. Now Orlando, you know better. You know better. You a Disney boy. You don't know shit like that. We love you. Ooh, excuse me. We grew up watching you. You don't do no shit like that, Orlando. I know this ghetto. Because I ain't get this from no fucking Harold's. That's how you know you from the hood. They ain't had no juice. That's one thing about Harold's. They barely keep, some locations don't keep juice. They just keep straight pop. Okay? And we say pop over here in Chicago. Don't say no goddamn soda. So, yeah. I went down the street and got some Subway drink. But yeah, that was his experience with Orlando Brown's chicken. He said he not taking it serious because the way he sent it to him. And I didn't take it serious either by the way he sent it to him. I low-key think Orlando Brown was fucking with him because he a Sagittarius. Sagittarius be doing shit like that. They're antagonizers. Sagittarius have, that's the negative side of them. Negative characteristic. They're antagonizers. They'll antagonize you. They'll fuck with you just to see what you gonna say, just to see how you'll react type shit. Don't get up on my comment section saying that's a lie. Because yes, the fuck y'all do. And Orlando Brown is a Sagittarius. I searched his birthday about 3 times. It didn't change. Now, it's some people's birthdays I searched and it changed. And I think that be on purpose. I really do. I really do. Because motherfucking, I'm gonna say, Birdman. Birdman supposed to be an Aquarius. You search his name up. I mean his birthday. I think it say he a Libra. Which one is it? Which one is it? They be doing shit like that. But anyways, in other ghetto news, because that transaction was ghetto as hell. Orlando Brown, you gotta get your shit together, man. Because if I ever come to that part of Cali, I want to try your chicken. Ooh, I'm not a food critic, but I'm a foodie. I cook. I critique my own food. And if my food don't taste right, I'm throwing it in the trash. Start over. Some may say that's a waste of food. You gotta learn. You gotta start somewhere. I'm not finna eat no nasty food. Or, well, I ain't never cooked no food that was nasty, but if I cook something for the first time and it didn't taste right to me, or I overcooked it on some ADHD shit, overstimulated, I'm gonna throw that shit in the garbage and start over. That rarely happens with me, but that's just how I am. I like to cook. So anyways, in other news, I was watching Club Shay Shay. Do y'all watch Club Shay Shay? I watch Club Shay Shay sometimes, depending on who come on there. And I watch, what's that football player name? With the hat. I forgot his name. I watch him too. I watch both of their little sit-down podcasts. They shit interesting. Depending on who on there, and most of the time I like how they have conversations with people. So I was watching the episode or the part or whatever with Kevin Gates on there. Mr. Kevin Gates. That's an interesting man. He's an Aquarius, by the way. Oh, it has entered into Aquarian season. And I noticed when he was on there, my bad, y'all. I noticed when he was on there, he was doing what most niggas do when they going through a breakup with they ex. Don't matter if they was married or not. He was low-key doing some comparison with the young lady that he with now. And because one would say, oh no, he wasn't comparing. He was just talking about how he elevated and how he this and that. I ain't trying to hear none of that. He still got a lot of motherfucking work to do. He mad at that girl. He say he love his ex, and he wish her well and all that shit. That a part of him probably really wants to, but his actions don't say that shit. He remind me of my baby daddy, and he Aquarius. I'm not even gonna lie. Aquarians are good at acting like shit don't bother them when certain shit do bother them when they had conflict with people. It do be bothering them. But they be acting like it don't. But he was talking about his ex-wife and that motherfucker. He was talking about Draca. All you gotta do is read undertones, read in between the lines. He was talking about her. And see, he can do that with that young woman he with. But a woman his age or older, she won't be going for that shit. She'll probably be like, man, you gotta handle that. Because the more you talk about it, and then you speaking in codes, you're not really. And I don't know if they have lawyers involved. I think they do, because they are supposed to be legally married and they going through a divorce. So if you can't talk about it freely, I feel like you shouldn't talk about it at all. Because of course a lot of us are curious. I am curious on all that shit he was saying, how she stole his money. I don't believe none of that shit. Why would she steal money from you? And she been your boss lady. The boss, she been the boss, the handler, the fucking mama, the wife, the girlfriend, the business partner, the counselor. She done been y'all what people say got it out the mud together. They been together since they were kids. You ain't make that money by yourself. Y'all did that shit together. And then he made a statement saying when Shannon asked him like what was different between this relationship and that relationship, and it went into the direction of money, and he was like, oh well, she got her own money. Nigga, okay, now Draca got her own money. Y'all have kids. Whatever money y'all made together and y'all separated, and she had money, and y'all made money from the same business and y'all share the business, because I know they have a blueberry farm. I don't think he owned that by himself. I think she got owner of that shit too. But he was speaking on the fucking cannabis business that she got. She been had that cannabis business for a few years, I believe. I'm trying to figure out why he just not talking about that shit. Why he just not bringing that up now? And then I just don't think, let me not say believe, I don't think she took any money from that man. I think it would be almost impossible, even though he said she was handling, he let her handle the money, but she been handling his money. And then you got to think about it, how he was back then. He used to be on drugs, and let me not say drugs, Lord have mercy, because you two so fucking sensitive. Not no rugs on substance. Okay, he was on the pills, and I think he was popping pills and fucking cough syrup and shit. How was you gonna be in a stable right mind and you smoking all this weed, you drinking, you doing your thing, you coming up in the rap game? Because I've been listening to Kevin Gates since he first came out. We damn near the same age. That was a long time ago. I know damn well he trusted her to handle the business back then, and all the way up until they finally separated. And we don't really know when they separated. We don't even know how long they've been separated. That's something we would never really know as the outside looking in. Now, that's what I say we don't know. But all that stealing, I'm like, nah, I don't think that at all. I think he feel like she stole. Because she probably ain't tell him, like, I took the money and opened up a business. Like, what's wrong with that? She invested into a lucrative business that y'all kids can fall back on. And if something happened to her, I'm sure you're going to get ownership of that shit. So what are we talking about, Kevin? Like, petty ass Aquarian. That's just petty ass Aquarian. I have not heard this woman one time say anything negative about that man. I want to hear her say one thing. I want to be like, girl, listen, let me tell you something about motherfucking Mr. Gates. Because he got me all the way fucked up. He didn't have me go through this. I didn't deal with this. I didn't deal with that. That motherfucker is shady. That motherfucker is a hoe. Blah, blah. No, she don't say nothing negative. And she a Virgo sun sign. Virgo women ain't gonna really say too much. They gonna let you do all the motherfucking talking. If they been in a relationship with you, they ain't gonna say too much. And that's the thing. She ain't saying nothing. She like a Beyonce. Ain't saying nothing. Virgos, they do not like to talk about their romantic past relationships unless it's with certain people and they haven't moved on from it mentally. If they moved on from it mentally, they not gonna keep on talking about how a motherfucker did them. They less likely to do that. Just one time for the fun time. And I'm just being sarcastic. I just want to hear her tell what was her experience with him. She ain't even got to tell, to be honest with you, because I already got a motherfucking idea. Because he's an Aquarius. You always bringing up zodiac sign. Listen, on this channel over here, if you don't like that I use astrology, negative and positive characteristics that I experience with these certain zodiac signs, for example, you might as well get the fuck off my channel. On everything. You get the fuck off my channel. The ones that I talk about the most, those are the ones I had the most experience with, the most negative experiences with. I got a best friend, Aquarian. His ass be having them little negative ass ways. I be having to tell his ass about himself sometimes. Respectfully though, because that's my best friend. I be having to tell Aquarians, they need water signs around them. When Kevin Gates said he loved what's his name? Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is a Cancer. Like me. Like they had a good conversation or whatever. He need to be friends with a Cancer. Yeah. Get perspective. Get emotional perspective. Emotional intelligence. See another side. So you can be more understanding. Because sometimes Aquarians, they just be straight cold. Straight aloof. With people that they claim to care and love. When they in conflict with them. And it don't be coming off like that. I promise you it don't. It be coming off some bitter sometimes. And it be coming off cold as hell. Like they don't care about being in your life no more. So, and sometimes it ain't even gotta be like that. It ain't even gotta be that motherfucking deep. And you hearing this from a Cancer. All air signs need to be around some fucking water signs. That's level-headed emotionally. We don't hear Mike Tyson out here biting on nobody no more. That was that one time. Biting motherfuckers' ears and shit. So, but yeah, I didn't like that he was doing that. I felt like he was being shady, and Aquarians, especially Aquarian men, they can be real fucking shady to motherfuckers they in conflict with when they don't need to be. Their shadiness comes off as sarcasm sometimes. It was like, damn. And then I noticed the same way he doing Drika. He did Drika, had her all in a lot of his videos and stuff. Taking her on their podcast together. They didn't did podcasts together. Sit downs with people together. Y'all, if you listen to his music, you like his music, y'all know that. You like Drake, you know. And he kind of starting off doing the same thing with this young female. Like, it's like he trying to replace Drika. Excuse me. Men do this all the time. They do this all the time. You will rarely see a woman go out here and try to replace a man with a man that's similar to the man that they had before. Because if we broke up with you, we ain't trying to fuck with nobody like you. Most times. More times than a man choosing a woman that was like the one that left him. And the grass might be a little greener. That ain't got nothing to do with the ex. That don't mean the ex wasn't shit. When you know men as a woman, and you know that they need constant validation, constant reinsurance of being a man and all this shit. They say they don't want no woman to be their mama, but that's a lie. That's a fucking lie. These type of men I'm talking about, most of them from the hood, they do be having a lot of mama issues, or they be having daddy issues. It's not just black and white. That don't mean the mama wasn't shit. It could be his mom is passed on, and his mom was a loving, doting mother. When she was, you know, an affectionate mom, an attentive mom, like how I am with my son. And communicate with him, talk to him, teach him, let him know like I'm always here for you, but I always still teach him like you're getting older, so I got to teach you accordingly. I have to teach you how to regulate your emotions, how to choose better friends, how to identify having decent friends and stuff like that. Things my parents didn't teach me. A lot of our parents, especially growing up in the 90s, that didn't teach us that shit. And that's not no dig to the parents, the baby boomers and the silent generation, because most of us millennials have baby boomers and silent generation parents. It's just that time was different, and they didn't think to teach us certain things that we should have known at home first, before we even got in the streets to play, before we even went to school. And that's how I am with my son. I teach him real life shit. Like, I be honest with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want my son growing up looking for a woman. I mean, looking for a woman that has that he looking for me. He looking for a woman that has me in her, where it pacify him, if that makes sense. I don't want that for my son. I want my son to be able to be content with being alone for a while if he needs to. Get to know himself. Be his own friend first. Be his own friend first. Trust himself first. Love himself first. This is what I tell and teach my son. Be okay with being alone for a little moment. You might switch schools, you might switch jobs, and you ain't got your friends with you, and you might feel a little ways about that, and that's normal, and that's okay. But don't let it affect your everyday life where you like, damn, I ain't got this person, that person, and so I'm just gonna choose anybody to talk to blend in with, to hang out with, because they seem a little something like me. We got same interests, and then they turn out to be the wrong motherfuckers to be around. All because y'all got a couple of things in common. So I teach my son stuff like that, you know, the basics, and then some. You teach your sons that now, they less likely to want a woman for the things that most men want women for. What she could do for them. Excuse me. And it's even worse now. And Kevin Gates said something that was interesting, but I don't see it really playing out based on how he shows up with this young woman that he with, this younger woman that he with. He said in his past relationships, he was looking for his mama and the women he was with. And I know he was talking about Draco. You know what I'm saying? Because he's very fluent and open about his relationship with his mama. And that's cool, and I respect that. I like that about him, how he's very open about his past, even him being violated by a man when he was a kid. I like that about him. That is, when you talk about stuff like that, that is opening to the doors of healing. Listen, I got a lot of respect for a man like Kevin Gates. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I actually like Kevin Gates. But there are some things I don't like about him, and that's that negative side of Aquarian that be popping out in conversations where you be like, damn, gee, did you have to say it like that? Damn, that's how you feel? Like, yeah, okay, we get it. You can be you, but do you have to be that asshole ass Aquarian? I ain't saying you gotta be nice, but you gotta be an asshole. That's how my best friend is. He could be an asshole sometimes. Not to me, but it pop out. And you be like, damn. Ugh. And as a Cancer, we don't like that shit. I don't like assholes. I don't like assholes. Like your character is just an asshole all the time. But I like Kevin Gates. But when he be talking about women, the way he be talking about women, I don't like that shit. 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 For you grammar thumping motherfuckers. Okay? I don't like it. You know, so I felt like he should have told Shannon, like, I ain't even gonna speak on her, but I ain't gonna speak too much on her, but I'm gonna say this. I'm moving on, she moving on, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you really over how a person treated you, what they did that you didn't like, that you felt was disrespectful or was disrespectful, you're not gonna talk about it. And I'm speaking from experience. It's a progress, especially when you've been with a motherfucker that long. Like, I've been with a motherfucker that long. Same amount of years he probably been with her. It's about the same amount of years I was off and on with my baby daddy. You just don't get over nobody just like that. That shit take years. I don't care what nobody say. Mostly for women. Because a man could be with you for years to come. He can be with you for years to come, and he still won't choose you as his wife if you want to get married. He'll use you as a placeholder. Men are more likely to use women as placeholders. Women don't be out here doing that shit. Or I'm just gonna stay with him till I find me a better nigga. I ain't never heard not a woman known to earth do or say no shit like that. Men settle, but women settle harder. And men know this because we've been conditioned that men are these loving creatures to women, and they're not. Y'all not built like that. I don't care. Don't come up under my page talking about that. Oh, you bitter. You sound, but how can I sound like a taste? See, when you say phrases and comments like that, I'm gonna hit you with a comment like what I just said. How am I going to sound like a taste? You sound stupid saying that regurgitated, conditioned bullshit. That's a nigga favorite line. I'm telling you, y'all, that's what I mean by y'all have to have this endless validation from women and from y'all own peers, or y'all gonna feel like somebody hates y'all. If I say something that don't sound sweet, nice, or charming about a man, now I sound like I'm bitter. How I'm gonna sound like a taste? And I know what you mean when you say that, but I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna be sarcastic. I'm gonna be like, how I sound like a taste? You sound stupid by saying that. And then, excuse me, other men, when they comment, those be the men, which is most men, they don't care about you being hurt by your ex. They don't care about that. That's why women need to stop telling dudes that they meet, that they interested in romantically. Oh, my baby daddy, my ex, my husband, he did me dirty, he cheated on me, he abused me. Don't tell them niggas shit. They ask you about your fucking ex, why y'all not together, matter of differences, and leave it like that. Don't get into no fucking detail. Don't tell him that nigga used to smack you every night because he was drunk and he ain't like what you said or how you said it, and you ain't even said nothing wrong or said it in a bad tone or in an attitude. He just hates your ass because he hate himself type shit, and he just slapped the fuck out you. Don't tell them that shit. They don't care. Men do not care about your negative experiences with another. They don't care. That's what I learned. But I had to learn that from experience, not from my daddy teaching me that. And that's why I hate when dudes be saying too, like, oh, she must ain't grew up with no daddy in the house. Baby, me personally, I grew up with a daddy, an uncle, another uncle, another uncle, another uncle, and my granddaddy in the house. An older cousin, another older cousin, a little cousin, all males. It was more males in my crib than it was women. And my twin brother. What we talking about, baby? You can't tell me shit about no man. I learned from experience. I learned from observation. What you gonna tell a woman like me, baby? What you gonna tell a woman like me, baby? You can't tell me shit. Can't tell me shit. I'ma look at you like you cray-cray. Cause what? What you gonna say now? I grew up with mostly all men in the crib. What's your excuse now? Because y'all love to say, that's why women this way, and that's why boys this way, because they ain't had no men in the house. My motherfucking brother stayed in and out the motherfucking system since we was kids. And it was mans in the house. Not men. Mans. It's not about just the presence. It's about the influence. That's what y'all men need to start saying. It's not about just the presence. It's about the influence. First and foremost. Most importantly. Okay? Cause how my bro had all these men's in the house. All these silent generation and baby boomer males and Gen Xers as a millennial. And he still fell victim to the fucking system. Working mom. Or you gonna blame it on the mama? Because my mama did get a lot of blame for my brother getting in trouble. And I used to, as I got older and I paid attention, I used to tell her, it's not your fault, man. Don't ever, I really believe she fought herself for that. It's not her fault in the ways that she's been blamed that is her fault. I ain't gonna get into detail. I'm gonna always give my OG grace, you know. But a lot of our parents in those times, they was doing what they knew. And now us millennials that's raising Gen Alphas and Gen Z children, sometimes I be like, damn, did I go wrong with my son? I mean, my son don't be getting into no trouble. He really like a regular little kid. He a Aquarius. He a Aquarius. I gotta deal with the Aquarius son and a Aquarius ass baby daddy. All that fucking air. I don't like that shit. I love my son though. That's my little homie. But my son, he 14. And if you know how you was as a little boy at 14, you be trying your mama. And he don't do it on purpose. He be saying sorry and mom, I ain't mean it like that, and no, I'm not disrespecting you. He don't think he be being disrespectful, but he be coming off disrespectful. He be being disrespectful and I have to keep correcting him. And that's irritating. I ain't gonna lie. It's irritating as fuck. And then because me and his fucking daddy don't have the fucking best fucking co-parent, we don't even really co-parent, let me not even say that, we don't have the best fucking relationship, that affects him. But my baby daddy don't care because my baby daddy don't want to admit that he resents me. But that's something he gotta live with, because it does affect our son in a list of ways. And I'm very transparent with my son. I tell him that. I was like, yo daddy, if I keep on complaining about you being disrespectful, mom, I'm not being disrespectful. But he be listening to me most of the time. Like when I say listen, he just be listening but not really listening. Like he hear what I'm saying, but he don't be really listening. I feel like after a few words I start sounding like Charlie Brown to my son, and then it just wah 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 wah. I start sounding like that. That's what I be thinking when I be talking to him, because I'm like, son, this ain't no fucking lecture. This is always a teaching moment. But it's stressful for me that I gotta keep telling you the same shit, because you have patterns. And I teach my son the difference between patterns and actions. I'm like, you have a pattern of doing this, and I'm tired of it, son. I've told you, don't do this, why you shouldn't do it. This is what helps you grow as a boy, be mature. And what I'm talking about is him communicating. He don't be want to tell me certain shit. Like, okay, I'm going to give y'all an example. Okay, today, his daddy picked him up from school. He's supposed to have basketball practice. He is on the basketball team. My baby on the basketball team. He said, I'm going to come over after practice. Now, me and his daddy got his location. So I'm looking, I'm like, all right, why the fuck he ain't here? I know what time practice let out. I know how long it take for him to get from the school around this time of the day to my motherfucking crib. Why the fuck he ain't here? So I'm looking at the map. He at his fucking daddy house. So I'm irritated. So I'm like, damn son, why you ain't, I ain't say it like that, but that's what I was thinking. Damn son, why you ain't call me, text me like, mom, I need to go back to the crib. Long story short, it's a repeated pattern that he does, that his fucking daddy gotta drive past my shit, not literally, but in direction wise, to get to his crib. Oh, mom, I had to go and get some clothes. Man, you got clothes over here, man. You got clothes over here. Fucking Aquarians, they something else. And we went back and forth, and I started having these long little speeches with him that I get tired of fucking doing. I'm like, damn, I be getting tired. I don't like to repeat myself. This shit gotta stop. So I was like, all right, since you want to be disrespectful, you gotta go back to your daddy house. We gonna try again Monday. You ain't coming over here with me this weekend. And then his birthday coming up next Friday. So he gonna be with me anyway. Cause I gotta cut his hair, do his hair for his birthday. And I'm like, I come pick you up from school Monday. We gonna try again. Knowing damn well if he pissed me off by being disrespectful, not listening to me. Excuse me. I ain't finna be like, go back to your daddy house. Cause it's his birthday week. Listen, I say all this to say, and I hate this phrase. I really do, and I'm about to say it. Raising a son is not for the weak. Especially when that little summer, I love my son. When that little summer, when his little ass remind you of your toxic ass baby daddy. He got his toxic daddy ass ways at 14. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my son. He know that. But I might see, now you starting to remind me of your goddamn daddy. I told you about his negative ways, and now you doing the shit. And I'm like, damn. This is what I was hoping not gonna happen. But, you know, this is the inevitable part when you have children, okay? You get into biology, you have the chromosomes. And the child gets half of the mom chromosomes, gets half of the daddy chromosomes. That falls into, like, characteristics, actions, and patterns. If I would have known his daddy was going to be the way he was, I don't know. But it's like, it's almost unpreventable when it comes to the child having, because we all have our parents' ways, whether they negative or positive. I got my daddy ways. My mama always say, you remind me of your daddy. You remind me of your daddy. You just like your daddy. You don't take no shit like your daddy. Your daddy ain't take no shit from nobody. That's what she used to say to me. And she still say it to this day. And my brother, he remind me of my mama. Strangely enough, he remind me of my mama with his attitude. I'd be like, oh, you remind me of mom with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how it is. It's just how it is. So it's like, if I was a woman that did not like my son, that means I don't like myself. I don't like how his daddy treat me. I don't like the person that he became. Well, no, I take that back. Not the person he became, because he was always that person. It always be like that with these fucking men. They be wearing masks. They have to lie. They have to bend the truth. They have to lie to get what they want out of you. They have to be charming. When damn well they don't really be caring about being romantic and all that shit. They gotta do that shit to keep you happy. And that is majority of men. That's like 97.95%. You be lucky if you meet the other, did I say 95 or 97? 98, 99. The other like 3.5, 4, something like that percent, goddammit. You be lucky to meet that guy that's not like that. But most men are. That's almost all men. That's why I don't always say most men, because I don't have to. I don't have to say most men. Motherfucker be want to correct me. You mean most men? No, bitch. Men. Fuck you mean? I don't want to hear that. You treat a man, you teach a man how to respect you. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. Because that type of phrase takes, for that to even happen, that'll take some time. Because he had to put the mask on first. He had to be charming first. And then when that shit wear off, then he started being disrespectful. He started testing boundaries with you, seeing what he can get away with you. And it's going to be disrespectful. It's going to be disrespectful in ways you won't even peep as a woman. Because nobody taught you the game. See, I know the game now. So it's like, all right, you testing boundaries, bitch. I see what you want. Okay. That's where I'm at with it now. It's a learning lesson. You have, as a woman, you have to learn how men really are and not be in this fairy tale mindset about them where you gonna get your ass hurt every fucking time. And when I say shit like that, here comes some fucking stupid ass man. Oh, you must be bitter. You sound bitter. Bitch, how I'ma be a taste? How I'ma sound like a taste? Make it make sense. No, I'm wiser, and you know, men want you to be dumb about them. You gotta be a little dumb for them to get. Dumb also means not to hear. Okay, you gotta be a little dumb. Sometimes hearing ain't just actually hearing. It's like, let me see if I can give a good example. So let's say you as a woman, you with a guy and he's doing all the right things. He's being respectful, he's thoughtful, caring, charming. But y'all have a conversation and he say some shit, excuse me, that where he's pushing a boundary and you don't know he's pushing a boundary. You don't know it because he snuck it in there. He testing you. All men test women. It's disrespectful when they do that. It's disrespectful because of the way they do it. They're trying to see. It's malicious. I don't care what nobody say. They're trying to see how much they can take advantage of your kindness, of you liking them so much. That's why more women are saying, oh yeah, I was taught that you're not supposed to like a man more than him. And you not. I've been that girl. Grown ass woman. I've been that girl where I liked the guy more than he liked me. And it wasn't in the sense of me doing stuff for him that I shouldn't have been doing. It's the feeling that I had. Like, I know I like him more than he liked me. But I wasn't doing all that extra shit that some bitches do be doing when they really like a guy. I know better. I ain't finna be doing all this extra shit because I really like you. And a lot of times it just be attraction. So, anyways, there's that. So, hopefully, back to my son. When I see him Monday, I told him, you work on that now. Because I wanted him to be here with me on this weekend all the way up until his birthday, the following next weekend. And then he go be with his daddy. You can't co-parent with a nigga that has resentment towards you and y'all got kids or y'all have a child. Because he'll play mind games. He'll act like he cool with you. And it depends. Because he my baby daddy Aquarius. Aquarius good at acting like, I'm going to tell you the zodiac signs that's good at acting like they cool with you, but they don't really fuck with you. Aquarius, Scorpio, and Virgo. From my experience. Oh, and Scorpio's real good at it because Scorpio's very deep and secretive. They'll have some against you deep down inside and they'll wait till a moment where you really piss them off and you ain't even know you pissing them off. That's what I don't like about Scorpios. It don't take much. You could piss them off and not even know you pissed them off. And they'll be vindictive towards you, and then they'll sneak up on you like a scorpion, like a Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? They'll sneak up on you and sting your ass, and you be like, "Damn, what the fuck was that for?" Because they're the vindictive zodiac sign. Need I say more? Need I say more? Y'all be easy.